I have a lot of emotions today, and we're going to discuss them in this video, specifically the ones related to this book. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know my face, my name is Stephaniejean. This is my channel where I like to talk about stuff on the internet. Today we are discussing The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. I finished this book maybe about 20 minutes ago, and I'm reeling, guys. I'm like very shook up. The Knife of Never Letting Go follows the story of a young boy named Todd Hewitt who is about to turn 13 years old, which will make him a man. He lives in this society called Prenticetown, which is this little village that he lives in this world, where apparently there is no other civilization. And fun fact, there are no women at all. Also, all the men can hear each other's thoughts all the time. And this phenomenon is called noise with a capital N. And they say that they got it from a germ that was released by another species that they called spackle. And this other species released this germ in a war that the people in the spackle had against each other. The germ made it so that all the men could hear each other's thoughts, the animals could talk, and all the women died. That's basically the premise, right? That's the first little bit of setting that you get. The premise after that is basically Todd discovers a secret, and the secret is so powerful and so dangerous that he has to run away from town. He has to leave the town behind him. But how do you exactly run away from people when they can hear your every thought? And so I had found this book in a bookstore a long time ago, and then saw it again a long time after that, and then finally bought it, and then a long time after buying it, I finally read it. To be completely honest, I started reading this book 12 weeks ago, and this book is so easy to read. Like, you could just breeze through it, honestly. Like, ugh. The issue that I had, and the reason it took me so long, is because I was annotating, and I have this issue where I start to annotate books. And I love annotating, and I'm gonna make a whole video on annotation later, and that's why I was annotating this book, is because I was going to make a video of annotating using this book as an example for how I annotate. However, this book is too easy to read, and it's too captivating that I was getting so slowed down by annotating and having to make notes at the end of every chapter and pause and highlight something that I thought was interesting, that I didn't actually make any progress whenever I would sit down to read it. So I stopped annotating, and I was able to finish this very quickly. You know, once you stop annotating something, you can read through it so fast. So I will be discussing all of that in an annotation video and how I annotate my books video that will come later. But for now, I want to discuss my thoughts and feelings about this. So this is a dystopian novel, which I was pretty sure I was going into. I was just like, yeah, it's a dystopian adventure, very Hunger Games, The Giver kind of book. And that's true. I would still say that it is like that. However, it's also science fiction, because I did not know this, but when they said new world, they literally meant new world, like it was a new planet. So this is also sci-fi. They're from a different planet. And that becomes a major plot point later. But that kind of threw me for a turn. That was kind of like a plot twist to me. Even like at one point, he said that there were 2 moons in the sky, and I remember circling that and being like, what? It doesn't make any sense. And I thought for a second, maybe he's just confused. Maybe that's something else that can be described. Maybe the sun and the moon are both in the sky at the same time, because that happens on occasion. But no, it's literally that there were 2 moons in this solar system for this particular planet. This book has a lot going on, and on the back it says age 14 and up, and I think that's fair. I would not have somebody under 14 reading this, even though they could definitely read it and probably understand most of it. There's a lot of dark, heavy stuff that happens in here. There's like some thick misogyny. There is some heavy illiteracy going on in this book. My goodness. You know, religious tyranny, straight up murder, violence. They don't have rape in this novel. Rape isn't something that happens, it's not a plot point, but it's alluded to as something, as like a threat. It's not an explicit threat, but it's like hinted at. I don't know, I think that's kind of it. I don't want to spoil any of this, and it's kind of hard to talk about without spoiling it, but yeah, I'm kind of frustrated right now because I don't have the second or third book to this trilogy, so I have to wait. I might go tomorrow and see if the local library has it, but I honestly doubt it. So, you know, it might just be a couple years before I finish this series, and by the time I get the sequel, I'll have to reread this again, and it's fine. So now I just need to find out what I'm gonna read next. This is officially my 18th book of the year, which means I have, is it 18 or 17? My goal for 2019 is 50 books this year. So I should be at like 25 books right now to be on track, and I'm definitely not on track, but I'm getting there. But that is it for this video. Also, by the way, today is day 10 of JuneTube. How are we already a third of the way through JuneTube? Like, that's crazy. As always, I hope you guys are having a really, really good day, and I will see you tomorrow in another JuneTube video. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at P_Stephaniejean, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, love you, bye.